What is going on, awesome people of the internet? It's your boy Christian Buddy coming back for another episode of the Christian Buddy Show. And in today's episode, I'm going to be expanding on my experience with the Wim Hof Method. So before I jump into today's episode, I just want to mention to please subscribe to the channel. Currently we're sitting on about 60 something subscribers. It would mean a lot to me if you could hit that subscribe button. Alright, so without further ado, let's jump into today's video. Let's go! Alright, so before I jump into my personal experience with the Wim Hof Method, I want to give you some context. Who is Wim Hof? Born on the 20th of April 1969 in the Netherlands, he is most commonly known as an extreme athlete. But there's nothing extreme about Wim. I see Wim as a positive beacon for humanity as a whole. He is an explorer of the conscious mind. So for a long time, it's been known that humans do not have any influence over our autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is responsible for our breathing and our heartbeat, and it's been known for a while, for a long time now, that humans don't have any influence over that. Interestingly enough, Wim's turned that theory on its head with the Radboud study. In this study, he was injected with E. coli bacteria, and through the breathing, he's had a direct influence over his autonomic nervous system and his innate immune system. He's been able to more or less defeat the bacteria, only have small symptoms such as a headache. As there was still a little bit of skepticism after this event, the test was replicated with some of Wim's students and the results were almost the same. So Wim has proved that he has innate control over the immune system through this method, through this technique that he's developed. So this is why I want to share with you just a basic overview of this technique. So the Wim Hof Method comprises of 3 components. The first component is the breathing, which is 30 inhales, 30 breaths in. And then on the 30th breath, you let everything go and you hold for as long as you can until you need to breathe in again. And then you take in 1 big inhale. And that sums up the first component, which is the breathing. The second component, which is the mind component, which is mind and concentration, which delves into meditation. And the breathing acts as a form of meditation. We need to silence the mind and really come into that calm state, calming presence. And the third component, which is the gradual exposure to cold. Now, the normal response for a human body once they enter into the cold is to start shivering, hyperventilating, because the body wants to increase the body temperature essentially, which is Wim's method contradicts that. And correct me if I'm wrong, I may be wrong on this, but his direct influence over the mind, his direct influence over the autonomic nervous system enables him to be able to control that response that shivers and wants to increase body temperature. He's been known to increase his body temperature in these studies by up to 2 or 3 times his average body temperature. So that's just a bit of an explanation it's just a very basic overview of the Wim Hof Method, and I want to explain to you my 2-year personal experience with the Wim Hof Method. So some of the benefits that I've found is an increase in energy level. So periodically I have been fasting and performing the Wim Hof Method, so I can't tell you definitively whether one or the other is actually giving me this increase in energy. But having said that, I want to mention to you guys, I have got a fasting ebook, so I would like to promote that. So if you are interested in learning a bit more about fasting, I have included the link in my description, so you can check that out, guys. So back to the video, what I was explaining was the increase in energy levels. So the theory behind that is, I'm not gonna delve too far into the theory, but there is something called the gas exchange where all this breathing basically, and I might be stuffing this up, but all this breathing causes an excess amount of oxygen within the blood cells, which may explain the excess of energy. Now, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, so I don't have the nuance explanation around this, but that's my understanding of it and why our energy levels feel increased. Now, talking about the immune system, I want to be very cautious when I'm talking about the immune system, because I know right now we are in a pandemic and things can be misinterpreted. There is a lot of false information being spread. But I will say this though, I believe that a consistent Wim Hof practice is going to give you a better chance at defending your body from flu, the common cold or a flu. Now, I'm saying this because of Wim's innate control of his immune system. I know that doesn't apply to other people, he may be different, but he did prove that through the training of his pupils, they were able to replicate the results. So there is some substantiated evidence to conclude that practicing the Wim Hof method will give you a better chance at improving your immune system. So with that said, guys, sending you peace, sending you love. If you would like to try the Wim Hof method, I have provided a link to the Fundamental Course. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and hope you guys enjoy your day. And remember to become your best self.